All right, today we're out shooting some levers out in the desert, and I'm going to talk about each one of these before we take them out and shoot. We got 6 levers here, ranging from our 4570 down here on the ground to 357 Magnum. This is a 30-30, another 30-30. This is a 44 Magnum, and this is a 44 Magnum. So I'm going to talk about each one of these. You can see I've talked a little bit about what we're shooting today. Those are our rounds that we'll be firing. But right now I'm just going to tell you a little bit about each one of these, because each one of them is pretty unique and has some unique characteristics. So let's do that now. Today we're going to be shooting 4 different calibers out of our lever actions. So just real quick, having a look at these: 4570, 30-30, 44 Magnum, 357 Magnum. So these are all Hornady rounds. You can see the difference in the calibers. So yeah, should be a good shoot today. And these are our levers, and we're going to talk about each one of these before we get out and shoot. So let's do that now. Okay, so the first one we're going to talk about is, this is a Winchester, and this is a 44 Magnum. This is a big loop. All right, now the unique thing about this one is it does have ladder sights. So we're going to have a look at how those work. I'm still trying to figure them out a little bit, but this is a really nice rifle. I really like it. It has a safety here, which is, you know, that's kind of unique to this rifle. And again, the ladder sights. But other than that, yeah, and it does have the saddle ring. You can put a single point sling there if you wanted to. That's, you know, I guess what they did in the old days. But you know, it's a good little rifle. So that's the first one we're talking about. Let's get on to the next one. All right, this is another 44 Magnum. This is a Rossi. All right, this is a triple black. Again, it's a big loop. All right, it does also have like the Winchester. It has a safety on it. All right, so that just operates. So it's fire if it's red, and that's off. Okay. All right, so this one also, I got a dot on there. That's a primary arms dot, and I bore sighted that. I also have a flash suppressor, and this is a muzzle brake as well. So that, again, that's just something to think about there. That's unique to this rifle. Outside of that, you know, this is a really good rifle to shoot. We've shot it a few times. It's accurate, and it's fun to shoot. Now, I have had problems with this. On the first time out, we were shooting, and the whole rail fell off. There's another video I have on that. The rail fell off, so I took it to an armor and had him put it on, and the armor assures me that's not going to happen again. So let's get on to the next one. All right, this is our first 30-30. This is a Henry side gate. All right, it's a 30-30, like I said. This one, we have some Skinner Express sights on it. There's an extra aperture there. This one's pretty unique in that you can load it from either through this tube by taking off or taking the tube apart and dropping rounds in there. You can see where they go, or you just load through the side gate. That's pretty much all we do, is use the side gate. So, but if you wanted to unload, that's another good way to unload it real quick. This one is unique in that it's got some brass finish, which the other ones don't. Really like the wood finish. It's a good heavy rifle. Yeah, it's just a good shooting 30-30. So let's talk about the next 30-30. Okay, this one is a Marlin 336 SS stainless steel. Again, we put some aftermarket sights on this one. Just some aperture type sights, which I like to shoot with. It's a side gate, stainless steel. And again, it is a Marlin 30-30. It's a good shooting gun. I think probably one of the things that's been interesting on this one is that you do have a safety here. So that's fire when it's red, and that's safe, which I think, you know, I like the safeties like that. Like the Henry doesn't have that. It's just, you know, you don't pull the trigger basically, right? So anyway, this is This is one of our 30-30s. We've had this a long time. It's a good heavy gun. We like shooting it, and that's our 30-30s. Okay, now this rifle is brand new to us. This is our only 357 Magnum. Does shoot 38 special as well. We're just shooting 357 Magnum today. Has a rail on it. This is a Rossi, right? And it's got the nice synthetic stock, which I like. Stainless steel. We got a dot on there, obviously. These are the standard sights, which I really like. But we'll just use the dot. Again, it being a Rossi, it has that safety on top. All right. Pretty easy to use. Big loop with the braid. So again, all these are kind of unique. We got one more rifle to look at. All right, this is our last rifle to look at. This is our 45-70. Now we've had a few 45-70s. This is the last remaining one. We've gotten rid of the other ones. I just really like this rifle. It's a side loader like you've seen before. It's got a bigger loop. We got rail on it. This is the dark series. Right now I've got an SJC muzzle brake on this. That's been really good. One thing about when you put a muzzle brake or a muzzle device on here, you can't get the magazine out, the tubular magazine out any longer. But you use the side gate, so that's fine. Got a set of bipods on there, which come in handy. And again, primary arms dot, which is something that we just like to use. Good shooting rifle. We shot it quite a bit, and yeah, we really like shooting this gun. It is a 45-70. It has a good kick to it, but without muzzle brake, I could shoot this all day, and it's not a problem. So anyway, talked about all the guns. Let's go out and shoot. First up, we've got the Winchester. It's a 44 mag, and we're trying to get these ladder sights figured out. Now we're shooting a bit to the left, so we knocked it over a little bit on the windage, and so yeah, it was shooting a little bit high and to the left. So go ahead and what target you gonna go for?
Probably a chicken.
Go for the chicken. Okay.
That was right in the neck.
Guy over here, right in the chest.
That was a shoulder shot.
Oh!
It's the Henry 30-30. Okay, 357 Magnum, Rossi. I found on this one you got to really lever it hard forward and back, clearly through. Here we are, 4570. And I'm not gonna get on the side of it because that muzzle brake, I'll feel it.
Okay, ready to go?
Yeah.
Close up with it.
Oh.
Because of these the brass jackets on the bullets, they spray everywhere. If you're further back, you can see that.
All right, so we've done a ton of shooting today. Here's all the rifles. Now you'll notice that one of them's missing, our 4570, the Henry. It had a hard jam, like I could not get the casing out of the chamber. So that's going to the armor. It was shooting really good. The 4570 was shooting really good until I put in some different kind of ammo. It was Underwood ammo. The Hornady, there was no problems at all, but it was really hard to cycle. For whatever reason, it jammed hard, so it's going to the armor. So it's put away. This is what's left. I would say before the 4570 jammed up, I'd say the 4570 was probably my overall favorite rifle to shoot. I don't know what you think.
They're all really, really good guns. I don't think I can say I have a favorite, but the 4570 was definitely one of my tops.
Okay, so 4570 was definitely a big hit. It's easy to load. It was, you know, great to shoot. It was accurate. Yeah, it was just that jam that was unfortunate. Outside of that, the two 44 Magnums, both of those are really great to shoot. I like both of them. I think those are probably two of my favorite rifles. If I had to choose between them, I think I'd actually choose the Rossi.
I would prefer the Rossi too. Yeah, the one thing I don't like about the Winchester is that loader. That gauge right
super
there
sharp.
is really, really sharp. It makes it hard to load.
But it shoots super nice.
It does shoot
Cycles
very
really
nice.
good. I really like the Winchester. But I think between the two, I really like the Rossi.
I'd have to agree with that.
and
The
it-
Rossi is definitely a favorite of mine.
It doesn't, we didn't have any jams or any problems loading it. It just shoots. So really happy with that. The 3030s are both really good. I don't know that I have a favorite 3030. I think they're both really good. Of the two, I think the Marlin is a bit harder to load. The gate's real stiff. It's a little harder to load, but accuracy was really good. We didn't have any cycling problems.
Nope, not at all.
Henry's the same way, super accurate, great gun to shoot. Did you have a favorite?
They're both really good guns. The only thing is since this is a brass on the end of this, it does kick back a little harder compared to the Marlin, but other than that, they're both really good guns.
Yeah.
They're easy to shoot, easy to load, very, very smooth.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So the last one here, the 357, the 357 surprised me. It's a gun you can just shoot all day. We didn't have any problem cycling, loaded easy.
No, I could shoot that all day. It's smooth, it's easy to load. The kickback isn't too hard. Yeah, I could shoot that all day and not have a problem.
So I wouldn't say that that's my favorite, although I really, really like it. I think it would be hard for me to choose between the 3030s and the 44 Magnum outside of having the 4570. The Winchester, with the metal butt plate, there was a lot of kick to that 44 Magnum. I was really surprised. But certainly of the two 44s versus the 3030s, I'd have a hard time picking a favorite.
They both cycle very smooth. They load smooth. The only thing that I don't like about the 357 and the 44 mags is the ejection out the top.
Now, see, now I like that. But...
I prefer the ejection out the side, but that's just a personal.
And that's when you bring it down and you lever it and the bullet hit, and the casing hits you in the face. Yeah. I can understand that. You have to be careful with that, but I like it.
It is a very cool quality, but I personally, my personal preference is to have it eject out the side.
Okay, so you'd probably pick a 30-30 over any of these.
Probably, yeah.
I would say, you know, my favorite, right? Like I would just, if I wanted to just go out and shoot, I'd grab the Rossi. I'd grab that one and go out and just plunk around and shoot. I have a good time with that. That's a hard one to beat. If I was just, you know, going out and wanted a gun to just have with me in the woods or whatever, I'd probably take the 357 just to carry it around. Yeah, I don't know. What's my favorite? 4570 would be my favorite.
4570 is very good.
It's out of the mix. So, shoot, I think I'm picking the Rossi. And that's weird. I didn't think I would.
Yeah, I don't know, man. They're all great guns. I definitely agree with you on the Rossi. The Rossi is a very fun gun. It's easy to shoot, easy to load. It's just overall a great gun. It has a decent amount of kickback, but you can go all day and not have a problem.
Yeah, it's great gun. So I think that's my favorite today. Followed number 2. This would definitely be the second for me. I really like this. It was a great shooting gun. 2 Rossis.
7 surprised me. That was a fun, really fun.
Yeah, and then I don't know. The Winchester, that's just a good old solid reliable gun. I don't know. It's in the mix, but yeah, I'd probably grab the Rossi before I picked anything else. These are all great guns. I'd shoot them all any time of the day. I'd shoot them. They're just great guns. So that's how I feel.
Yep.
But I think that wraps it up. If anybody's got any questions about any of these, or you want more information, or you want to see a different kind of video on anything, just let me know, and I think we're gonna wrap it up. Tell her it blew up.